significant and intense chunk of our lives may be spent pondering hard choices. These are the moments when time seems to slow and the weight of the future presses down on the present. We stand at a crossroads, haunted by the paths not taken. Should we continue in our relationship with our partner, with whom we've built a shared history, comfort, and a familiar set of flaws, or should we part from them to see who else we might find? But the fear whispers, what if we land on no one better? What if we stay and the relationship never improves, stuck in a permanent cycle of quiet disappointment? This indecision bleeds into every major domain of life. Should we buy this property, the one with the charming old wood floors and sunlight streaming through the windows, but which is worryingly close to the railway tracks, holding the jarring promise of a train whistle shattering the peace? Or should we buy the other one, a place with a bit less charm, perhaps a little sterile, but which promises that precious commodity of quiet? Should we accept this new job, the one that comes with prestige, an impressive title, and the possibility of a stellar future? Or should we stay where we are, where we love our colleagues like family and enjoy a high quality of life, even if it lacks glamour? Part of the agony of choosing in such moments is that we are, in the background, consumed by the idea that the wrong choice may prove appalling in the extreme and the right choice a route to exceptional fulfillment. We picture two divergent versions of ourselves. One, suffering in a state of perpetual regret. The other, basking in limitless fulfillment. The pressure to make the correct decision becomes almost unbearable. But perhaps we are suffering unnecessarily. We might find reassurance in the strategic use of two kinds of thinking, alternately optimistic and pessimistic in tone. To try the former, we might propose that part of the reason why certain choices feel so hard is that all options on the table have, in truth, something quite good to offer us. The choice is only hard because we are having to pick between substantially decent alternatives. This is a problem of abundance, not of scarcity. We cannot choose because the choices before us are all pretty good. If we stayed with our current partner, there would be much to celebrate the shared memories, the deep understanding, the security of a tested love. And if we went off and found someone else, well, they would have many charms too, the thrill of new conversations, fresh perspectives, and the chance to build something new. As for the two homes we're judging between, both are really very pleasant in different ways. One offers creative inspiration and vibrancy. The other offers serenity and peace. The same holds true for our jobs. Whichever option we choose, we will have much to be pleased about. There is equal comfort to be found, however, by running the argument in an opposite, pessimistic direction. We can get easily obsessed by the idea that a wise choice is going to help us prevent a nightmare. We're searching for an escape hatch from hardship. But considered soberly, there will be something pretty difficult about every route we choose to go down. We're finding it hard to choose because all options have their unavoidably disappointing dimensions. One partner can certainly be annoying, but so will the next one. Pretty much anyone we end up with is going to have their dispiriting sides. They will have their own irritating habits, their own blind spots, their own unhealed wounds. There is no dodging the inherent difficulty of everyone. As for property, no house can ever make life perfect. A lot of unhappiness will be ours wherever we happen to sleep, as no house can spare us the fundamental agonies of existence: loneliness, illness, sorrow, and mortality. Similarly, the dissatisfactions we know in our present job will have equivalents in whatever job we pick. A new office will have its own brand of office politics, its own pressures, its own days of exhaustion. In other words, everything is certain to be a bit off-the truth we are vainly striving to deny in our furious search for what we think of as the right choice. What powers the pain of choice is, to a large extent, an illusion. The idea of a single solution that can either conclusively deliver happiness or skirt unhappiness. We are thereby exaggerating our own agency. We believe we are the sole architects of our destiny, and that one wrong move will bring the entire structure crashing down. Once we recognize that by the time we are spending hours on a choice, anything we choose will be both pretty fine and simultaneously stubbornly somewhat awful too, we may cease to grow either quite so exercised or so terrified. We can afford to rest more easily. We are never far from pain, and we are never far from joy. We might almost let a roll of the dice decide the rest. But perhaps this realization is not a call to surrender, but an invitation to choose with freedom. This is not a philosophy of resignation, but one of liberation. Instead of being paralyzed by the weight of finding the one correct path, we are freed. This isn't about giving up control, but about accepting the beautiful, unpredictable nature of life itself. It is a declaration of trust not in fate, but in our own resilience to find joy and navigate sorrow, no matter which path unfolds. The perfect life isn't waiting behind one specific door. It is forged in the courage to walk through any of them, ready to embrace the full, imperfect, and magnificent spectrum of experience that awaits. It is about finding the beauty in the house by the train tracks, building resilience in the imperfect relationship, and seeking meaning in the challenging job. Happiness is not a destination we arrive at through one right decision, but the way we travel on the journey. True fulfillment is found not in making the perfect choice, but in living the choice we make with a full and open heart. If these reflections on navigating life's complexities resonate with you, and you wish to explore more ideas that help us live with greater wisdom and peace, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. Join our community as we continue to seek understanding in the art of living.